Our traders, what's up guys? Q3 just wrapped up. We're now moving over into Q4, and that comes with a lot of stuff. All right, we're going to be getting all the data releases basically that are going to be breaking down over the next few days: NFP, unemployment, average hourly earnings, and we want to do a quick synopsis of really what happened last quarter and what we're looking to see happen here in the markets over the next few weeks. All right, let's roll the intro. All right, traders, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Top Trader channel. It's your head trader here, Kleveland Bishop, accompanied by my main man here, Kyler Ryberg. We wanted to do a quick little breakdown of really what went down last quarter. We haven't done one of these in 3 months, so it's going to be good for you guys to kind of get an idea of where markets are positioned. We know that's extremely important from a market structure standpoint, but we're going to help you guys also rationalize what's really been priced in over the past 3 months from a fundamental standpoint. So if you guys are new to the channel, we trade all fundamentals. Basically, that helps us understand value outside of just price here on charts, right? You can get a better idea of value if you know exactly why the asset is priced a certain way, okay? And that's why we think fundamental research is the best way to predict currency prices, okay? So if you guys are new, make sure you guys sub, and if you end up liking the video, like the video for your man Kyler. He really needs it. All right, help him out. Please help him out. All right. So first things first, I do want to talk about what we've been doing over the past 2 weeks or so. We didn't push anything out too significant last week onto the channel, but we've been really active inside of the academy. Okay, so I'm gonna roll. Do we have anything from a webinar? I'm gonna see if we have something from a webinar. If we do, I know a video that we do have, but Kyler's been talking about this GBP JPY position, which has been going absolutely insane. We just broke a low even further than we have over the past few weeks. We just hit another low in the past like 5 minutes or so. Here's a quick snippet of Kyler putting out that GBP JPY trade idea.
So we're still looking at about another 150 pips to the downside that we would like to see for our target. Now this is our target at 131 that we've been looking at since up here. So we were to
So if you guys look here at the charts, also I'm going to be showing you guys some screenshots. We also pushed that out to all of our members as well. We were looking at a target of 131, and it's been taking its time, but right now we're at 131.80. So stops are way in profit. We've had even some folks take half of the position off or so. And so here, take a look. GBP JPY right now moving sell side pretty quickly. So again, look at that. In the past 8 hours, this thing is even sold off even more dramatically, and a lot of this is we are getting a little run here today for the JPY, okay? So we have proprietary indexes where we can see a specific currency doing extremely well or not relative to all the other currencies, kind of like the dollar index, but for all the majors, okay? It's really beneficial. And we're seeing a massive run right now to the upside for JPY. Now, why is that the case? You know, things are getting really interesting. You had the RBA, they just lower rates. Kyler just informed me. This Trump thing, do you think the Trump thing and this impeachment thing, it definitely had an impact on the JPY and CHF a little bit, but is it giving
the dollar too?
Even the dollar. So it is giving it a little run, you think?
I do think, yeah, but I think the majority of what we're seeing on that yen strength is on the back of manufacturing PMI coming out lowest in years. You have the euro area coming out lowest in years, so it's a lot of uncertainty. You know, that's all it is. It's uncertainty surrounding the global economy.
Yeah,
that's the majority of what we're seeing coming into that yen.
Yeah, no, that's insane. So if you guys take a look real quick here, here's the yen. You guys can see the yen broke. It's pulled back a bit. So this little sell-off that we see happening right here was when things were really calming down. You had Brexit looking like for a second it was kind of getting resolved. Nothing going on with Trump. You also had some trade war resolutions coming out a little bit here. And then as you guys can see, markets started to stabilize because more risk started to come back into the marketplace, and then bam, you get smacked with all the crap that's going on in the past 10 trading days. Now you're getting a break of that previous really consolidation that markets were having a little bit of a hard time breaking out of. Now they can break out of it because there's just a lot more things flowing around. All right, so we had a lot of Academy members. Actually, we have a top trader of the week as well. We're gonna be talking about him in a little bit, but he played a really interesting position surrounding this exact situation. So let's pull back real quick. Let's take a quick look in the charts. I want to show you guys what happened with the dollar, for instance, over the past 3 months or so, right? So if we go take a look at the dollar, let's go to the weekly time frame. You guys can see it really wasn't much, right? You did get lower, higher lows, right? And so you did get higher lows and you got a little bit higher high, but you can't really say here that there were any higher highs because the market is so just dang consolidated and just real ugly. But at the end of the day, for the quarter, the dollar is higher, all right? And now we're officially breaking 2019 highs this week. All right, this week we broke 2019 highs, and now if you guys pull all the way back, when you look at our dollar index, we're literally right now at the December 2016 high, and we are also at a December 2015 high as well. And that's pretty interesting stuff. You really have to ask yourself, what is going on right now in today's markets, that can really incite people to want to be buying the dollar at this rampant pace. And if you gotta ask yourself for too long, you're just out of touch with what's happening right now and then in global economics, when it comes to just different wars going on. Even Yemen probably has some type of effect over here. Okay, the whole Saudi thing, Saudi just did announce that they're not going to go to war with Iran, or they really don't want to make that move. Here's a screenshot of that article here, and we'll make sure that's in the description below as well. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of shit that's kind of just washing around that gets people a little bit excited to basically say, hey, look, we may be entering into some type of recession or really risk event that could really cause a decent sized catalyst to markets, and that's really dangerous. All right, so dollar to the upside. Let's take a look real quick. Let's look at some of the more major currencies. Let's look and see what the euro's been doing. You guys can see here, euro month after month, sell side. So this new candle is a September candle, which means this is a Q4 candle. All right, so these past three, take a look, month after month, every single month. In Q3 of this past quarter, the euro has been selling off. All right, and so that's because a lot of different data have been coming out about Germany. Their wage growth has been slowing a lot over in Germany. As you guys know, they did try to do a little bit of a bullish hawkish move. It's interesting, right? So they ended up cutting rates even lower, right? But they still also started up that stimulus program again. So they're trying to hedge their bets against a recession. So even though what they did was very, very dovish, long term it might be hawkish because it might save the overall conglomerate of economies from failing, right? You can't have the cost of money being high when you can barely even touch, right, even a 1% interest rate. Okay, pretty interesting stuff. And we'll take a look at the GDP as well. I know everyone's been wondering what's been going on with Brexit. Here's another weekly. You guys can see again, massive sell side when you saw all that risk coming in. This was right around the time Theresa May basically said, I'm getting the hell out of here. All right, so then boom, sell side, sell side, sell side. Have a little bit of a resolution that caused markets to pull back. You don't need a lot to go on to basically have this push to the upside there. But then slowly but surely, Kyler last week, again, the reason why that JPY worked out so well was because he caught a lot of that sell side here that we saw all last week. That huge red candle that you're seeing, yeah, we sold that whole bad boy down. And again here, if you guys want to look at it one more time, this is what that GBP JPY currently is looking like. So again, week after week, we've been seeing sell side. There's still more potential for downside. And then just even over the past few hours, this thing has been rocketing sell side. So overall, the three major currencies that take up about 90% of all of our volume, those guys have been rocking. As we know, the JPY and the CHF, they're fairly well correlated. So if we just take a look at the JPY, we'll get an idea about what's been going on here as well. Let's head over to the weekly, and then boom, there you go. So lots of turbulence, man. Lots of turbulence. I mean, I remember back when we were making this sell side move right here, after this massive spike that happened, we were basically like, hey, we probably could sell this bad boy back down into structure, and just look at the tirade it has been on since then, right? Here's your monthly look at it, and then you guys can see again, this is our September month, so upside, completely erased all of that upside momentum last month. Okay, completely erased it. So we basically started back at ground zero for a second. Now the candle did close a little bit higher than the low, but at the end of the day, it could easily do a wick fill. I haven't talked about wick fills in a while. It could easily hit a wick fill, and then we could resurface back to those previous lows where we started off last quarter. Okay, so lots of stuff going on, guys. I hope you guys can keep up. CHF again looks a little bit of the same. Aussie and the New Zealand dollar also, again, probably not doing too hot, right? They are still shedding all of their value right now, especially with Australia cutting rates. You guys can see month after month, this thing has been just hammering sell side. So it probably is, if not the weakest currency so far in 2019, all right? So outside of that, we were actually able to catch off on some Aussie sell too. Here's some screenshots. I want to show you guys. We did get in on that again. Kyler's trade. He's been ripping it for the past month or so. Okay. So again, outside of that, I don't know what you guys are looking at. All right. Now Q4 is going to be a very interesting month. This is quarter. This is when things start to ramp up again. We're getting out of those summer months. All right, and this is going to be really exciting for everybody. I mean, Kyler, if you were to say, I know we haven't talked about it, but what's some type of prediction you think, or what's an idea that you think is going to resonate throughout Q4 that people can kind of pay attention to, whether it's Brexit, whether it's trade war?
There's a lot of stuff to pay attention to. Then moving over to the equity side, we could be in for a massive correction there going into Q4. Now, I wouldn't say massive, but more likely in 2020. But moving forward with the rest of Q4, I'm anticipating a lot more JPY strength, possibly seeing some CHF strength as well, just on the back of seeing Trump and Xi not coming to a deal. Because you're asking for a lot there, but there could be a possibility where we get an actual deal in place, or it could be a bad deal, but anything Trump is going to try to do to try to keep that market propped up. No, I would think too, JPY strength for the next quarter, I could see that playing out. Especially if, again, this trend continues. Even this new shit with impeachment, you don't know how, obviously it's a reach for the Democrats, but you don't know how far that could actually go to where people might start taking it seriously. That could definitely add more risk into market. And then it's like, when's Trump, is he going to get his way with the weaker dollar too?
Right.
He's been talking about the last 3 years.
Right. And obviously, so far, the dollar all-time highs since his inauguration. We're at all-time highs. So if he's been talking about weak dollar, Donald Trump, right, but we're at the 2015 high, and he hasn't gotten that in any capacity. But at the end of the day, he's still going to parade the idea that, economy strong. Does that mean it gets stronger if the dollar, gets weaker, right? But it's not directly correlated. You don't always just have weak dollar, super strong economy.
Yeah, everything's so globally intertwined now.
Yeah.
It's just not like that.
It's not like that. All right. So right now for us, in terms of that is one forecast. So we will be probably keeping an eye on continuing to buy up this JPY. Now CHF as well. If we take a look at the CHF index real quick, and then I know everybody wants to kind of get that currency pair. What's the pair we trade? Let's figure it out. Give me a second. All right, but if you look at that CHF here on the index, we can see that it isn't even at its all-time high for 2019. So you could have a retest of markets back up into that structure there, right? So that might give you an opportunity to play certain things like the CHF NZD. That might be able to give you an opportunity to play things like the NZD CHF, so on and so forth. So anything that we believe to be something that might be really advantageous for us to continue to see that Aussie. Could you continue to see Aussie and NZD breaking these lows?
I think we're pushing if we're going to continue to say that, but there is a possibility that the RBA could push to even lower rates in 2020.
Yeah.
So that is a possibility. And now we start to see anything going out with this trade stuff again, you might start to see that weaker Australian dollar and NZD.
Right. The best thing for you to do is to get inside of that academy, right? So we had to close the academy last month because we had too many folks hop in. But if anybody was on that waiting list or anybody that didn't have a chance to get in the academy and get the mentorship, it's one-on-one mentorship for 6 weeks. If that's something you want to do, you have to see if you're qualified. And if you are qualified and if you actually do have the time and if you want to take this serious, then yes, you can get inside that October and that November cohort, okay? Outside of that, there is insiders where we do like to push out a daily today's market video. You guys will see that in the bio as well, okay? Now, we did have somebody last week, one of our Academy members, that did get Top Trader of the Week. Top Trader of the Week is just something we do for anybody that's performing really well in the Academy, and this is who this guy is right here, Kevon. He actually executed a CHF JPY position. Here's a screenshot of that position, and we did an interview with him as well. He's out there serving in the military, so guys, if you're in the Academy, show him some love on all of his posts, because that's obviously super, super brave. Hopefully he's coming home pretty soon, but we're really proud of that guy, Kevon. Excellent work. We're going to be doing that again this week as well. So again, if you guys are in the Academy, keep posting your trades, all right, so that way you can have a chance to win some money, put it into your trading account, so on and so forth. All right, so guys, I want to wrap this thing up. Okay, I know I've been talking a lot. If you guys got any questions for us, again, hit us in the comment section below. Check out the email also in the description. There looks like there are going to be some pretty good moves this week. Okay, so just stay up on what's happening economically. That's all we want you guys to do, so just pay attention to the economics, because that's why these markets even exist. Okay, these markets don't exist because of just some simple little chart on the screen. It sounds nice. It'd be great to be able to just simply make money full time by staring at a chart all day, but you got to do a little research. All right, there's a little bit extra work that has to go into this, and you have to have a decent amount of money as well if you want to get into this game and really be effective immediately. You can't flip accounts. All that stuff is total BS. Okay, so if you want to take it serious, Get your research done. Start with a sizable amount of capital that allows you to be effective, and you're on your way, and you're going to be 10 times better off than anybody else that's not taking it as seriously. All right, so comment down below if you guys got any questions. Hit the DM as well, or the email if you guys want to talk with us a little bit more one-on-one. Happy trading this week. Okay, we will be pushing out some more content a little bit later on also, and we have some big surprises coming up in the next few days that we're really excited to announce also, but I'll talk about that probably tomorrow. All right, guys, happy trading. Talk to you guys later.